Everybody, over the past several days, I have received an overwhelming number of phone calls, text messages, social media messages, words of encouragement from supporters checking in on me, asking what the numbers are looking like, what is the status. To be honest, I am overwhelmed in the best possible way. I wanted to come on here personally and provide an update. More importantly, I wanted to thank each and every one of you who followed this journey, believed in this campaign, volunteered, donated, prayed for me, knocked on doors, made phone calls, shared posts, and stood beside me every step of the way. Thank you for following my journey near and far. Now, first, I wanted to also congratulate my opponent, Kelly Chapman, on winning the Republican primary. It was a close and competitive race. I wish her success as she carries our primary's message into the general election. I have already called her personally and congratulated her, and I genuinely wish her the very best, and I will be supporting her. Now, I also want to thank the nearly 1,300 voters who believed in our vision and joined this grassroots movement. While the outcome was not what we hoped for, I hope you understand what we accomplished together. We may not have won, we certainly exceeded expectations. As a first-time candidate, running against an experienced and established opponent, I am incredibly proud of the movement we built and the support we earned in such a short period of time. If we were able to accomplish this in just 2 months, imagine what we can accomplish together over the next 2 years. Many people see the final vote count. They see the campaign signs, the social media posts, the events, the debates, the election results. What they don't see is the journey behind the scene. Let me take you back a moment. My husband and I were heavily involved in our community long before I ever became a candidate. For years, we have volunteered, supported local schools. It just so happened organically because we have 6 kids. We are heavily involved in their sports and their academia. My husband was a sports announcements for the football and girls flag football for Liberty High School, and I was a team mom for several sports. Like I mentioned, it just happens organically. We mentored students, we helped families get into their first home, built organizations to raise awareness, and looked for ways to serve wherever we could. We never needed a title to do that. Service has always been part of who we are. Around June of last year, something unexpected happened. Because of the relationships we had already built and been doing in the community and in our neighborhood, people began encouraging me to consider running for office. Now, it wasn't something I had planned. It wasn't something that I had been pursuing. The idea was introduced to me because the people in my community saw my commitment to service and believed I could make a difference on a larger scale. At first, I wasn't sure. I was contemplating constant communication with my husband. There was myriad of other things that we all had to consider as a family. Over the following months, I listened, I learned, I asked questions, I attended meetings, sought advice. I tried to understand what public service through elected office would look like. The more conversations I had, the more I realized this wasn't about politics. It was about service. It was about finding another way to help people. In March, I made the decision to run. What followed was a whirlwind. I entered this race as a first-time candidate with no prior campaign experience, no political machine backing, and no established campaign operation. Everything had to be built from the ground up. We built it. We learned as we went. We knocked on doors. We made phone calls. We attended events. We walked neighborhoods. We listened to concerns. We met voters where they were. We also learned the process while actively living it. For 2 months, we poured our hearts into this campaign. Something incredible happened. People believed, nearly 1,300 voters believed in our vision. Families volunteered, friends donated, the community members opened their homes, supporters from across Nevada reached out to help, students volunteered, my Liberty High School sports family showed up, church friends showed up, neighbors showed up, people I had known for years showed up, people I had never met before showed up. Voters became volunteers. Volunteers became families. Together we built something far greater than a campaign. That is why this has been so emotional for me. I won't lie, there has been tears, not because I ran for office, not because I lost, and not because I feel defeated. The tears come from realizing just how many people believed in me. As an athlete, I am competitive. Anyone who knows me knows I like to win. And of course, I wanted a different outcome. What overwhelms me today is not the loss. It is the support. It is the trust. It is the encouragement. It is a realization that nearly 1,300 voters placed their faith in a first-time candidate who simply wanted to serve. That is something I will never forget. This campaign also reinforced something I have always believed. What matters most is not how long you have lived somewhere. It is how you live it. It is how you treat people, how you contribute. It is how you show up, how you serve. There are people who have lived in this same community for decades and never become involved. Then there are people who see a need and step forward to help. That has always been my approach. Whether it was through our schools, our church, our community, our neighborhood, I have always believed that service is not defined by a title. Service is defined by action. I did not start serving because I ran for office. I ran for office because I have always believed in serving. It is how I was raised. I watched my parents dedicate their lives to helping others and serving. Their example taught me that service is not something you do when it is convenient. It is a way of life. Helping people, showing up, and giving back has always come naturally to me. It is simply part of who I am. Service is not something I learned during this campaign. It has been instilled in me for as long as I can remember. This campaign taught me invaluable lessons. It introduced me to incredible people. It strengthened my relationship throughout our district. It taught me how campaign works. It taught me how election work. It taught me how to build grassroots operation from the ground up. It taught me what worked and what didn't. Most importantly, it gave me a deeper understanding of the people I hope to continue serving for years to come. The relationships we built do not end because an election is over. The signs may come down, the campaign may be over, the relationship remains, the friendships remain, the mission remains. I will continue serving our community just as I have for many years. I will continue helping our people, staying engaged, continue being a voice for our district, and continuing showing up, because service was never about title. You don't need a permission to serve, just do it. That is who I am. To every volunteer, donor, supporter, friends, family member, student, coach, church member, neighbor, voter, and a community member who believed in me, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for trusting in me. Thank you for believing in me, for walking this journey with me, and for proving that the grassroots movement built on relationships, service, and genuine care for the people can make a real impact. Nearly 1,300 voters believed in our vision. This is not the end of a story. This is the beginning of one. This campaign may be over. Our story is just beginning. 2 years is not far away. The foundation has been built. The relationships are strong. The lessons have been learned, and I am more committed than ever to continuing the work, serving our community, serving our neighborhood, strengthening our coalition, and building something even greater for the future. Nevada that we can afford. I love this neighborhood. I love this community. I believe in this community, District 41. And I look forward to continue this journey with all of you. Thank you for your time. God bless and take care.